Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video because it is going to be my April update for my makeup rehab series. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about all of the makeup products that I used up in the month of April, all of the makeup I bought in the month of April, and then I will recap everything that I bought in March and talk to you guys about how I feel about the products that I bought, kind of give you not a first impressions, but like as I've used them throughout the course of the last like month to 2 months, how do I feel about them. So kind of like a haul follow-up, if you will. So if you're interested in my makeup rehab update, then stay tuned. But first, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you consider doing so before you go. I post videos every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And without further ado, let's get into the update. Okay, so if you guys are new to this series, I will leave the playlist for it linked down below, but I'm going to start with sort of my March haul follow-up just because there are so many products to get through. And I think I'm going to start to style these updates in this manner where I talk to you guys about the products that I had previously hauled and give you my thoughts and opinions on them after using them for some time. So if you guys caught my last month's update, then you'll know March was a bit of a rough month for me. I ended up spending over my budget. My budget is $125 a month, which I know may not sound like low buy material to some, but it's my low buy, my rules. But the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty did get the best of me last month. So let's talk about all the products that I bought in March. So first, I ended up buying the ABH Riviera palette in March, as well as the Dewy Set spray, and I have been loving both of these. Now, similar to kind of what a lot of people are saying about the Riviera palette, it's just not as wearable as some of my other palettes, so it's not like I'm reaching into this every single day, but I think this will be a really fun one to use all summer long when I'm wanting to do more fun looks. I'm really happy with the quality, as I usually am with all of my ABH palettes. I think that the colors are so fun. I love the like pops of color but shimmers in this as well. It's kind of not a pop of color, but I actually am wearing Yacht on my eyes today, which is just kind of like a brown shimmer shade. But I've really been enjoying this. I haven't really dipped into some of these like really bright colors yet, just because I am a little bit intimidated by them, but so far I have been really happy with the Riviera palette. And then as far as the Dewy Set setting spray, this has quickly become my favorite dewy setting spray. Before this, I used the Pixie Glow Mist, and I've also used the Tatcha one. The Tatcha one I like, but you can, and even with the Pixie, you can end up going, you can put too much on and you end up looking like oily. So I have to be careful with both of those. Plus the Tatcha one's super expensive. Now this one is more expensive than the Pixie one, but I prefer this over the Pixie one. The Pixie one has a bit of a scent to it, and by a bit of a scent I mean a lot of a scent, and this one smells like vanilla and coconut, so I prefer the scent to this, and I honestly prefer the finish that this one gives to the skin as well. It definitely does give you dewy skin and a glow, so if you don't like a glow, you would not like this setting spray. But when I finish this, I will definitely be picking another one up. I'm right here, so I really did use like a pretty decent amount of this for like 1 month's time. So then during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, I thought it would be a good idea to pick up 2 different MAC Fix Plus sprays. I love MAC Fix Plus, and this one is coconut scented, so I couldn't say no, and this one is lavender scented, so I couldn't say no, because I really love both lavender and coconut scented things. Plus I love the MAC Fix Plus spray, and these were half off. I really haven't used the lavender one. I just figured why have an original MAC Fix Plus also going right now, so I didn't want 3 going at one time. But I have used the coconut one, and actually I used a pretty good amount of this as well. This one reminds me a lot of how the ABH Dewy Set setting spray smells. They really smell very similar, so I've really been enjoying this one as well. I picked up 2 items from Persona last month. One was the Cali Glow highlighter in Zuma, and I love this highlight, you guys. It is so beautiful. I'm packing this with me on vacation to Las Vegas because it is seriously such a beautiful highlight. It's just got this beautiful golden sort of shimmer to it. It does have some, well, I've heard people say it has like micro flecks of glitter in it, which I guess maybe you'd have to look really closely at it. It doesn't look like glitter on your face. It looks like a wet, beautiful highlight, and I have been loving this. I definitely want to pick up the other shade that she has, and I also picked up one of her liquid lipsticks in the shade OG, and I want her other two liquid lipsticks hands down. This is such a comfortable formula. It's not drying at all, and I really do like the shade of OG. It's just a really beautiful nude shade, so I've really been enjoying this as well. And then I also picked up the Smashbox Cali Contour Kit, and I have been in love with this, you guys. I think the contour shade is beautiful. I don't love the banana powder for underneath the eyes. I feel like it looks a little bit dry, but it also could be the concealer I'm using. This blush shade is beautiful, and I also really have been enjoying this bronzer shade from time to time. I haven't tested the highlights out yet, so I'll have to do that, but this one is also coming traveling with me. I'm so happy I decided to pick this up. This was one I was going back and forth on, but I'm so happy to have this in my collection. This by far I think is my favorite face palette in my collection now. It's so functional, and I just have been in love with it. I actually don't have this in front of me, but I also picked up the Smashbox Primerizer Primer. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. I would highly recommend it. I got it half off. I've used it before, and I know that I like that one, so that one wasn't a new product to my collection. But I also picked up the Milk Hydro Grip Primer in the mini size, and I have really been enjoying this as well. This is definitely coming traveling with me too, because it definitely extends the longevity of wear with your makeup, which I need when I'm in Las Vegas and sweaty and hot. So I think that this one will be a good one, and it's also super hydrating on the skin. It's a super interesting formula and interesting texture. You definitely have to let this one set for a couple minutes before you can go in with your foundation, but I've really been enjoying this primer, and if things continue as they have been, this will definitely become one of my new holy grail primers. I think I have two that like always have to be in my collection. This could quickly become number 3. And then finally I picked up this set from Pat McGrath. It was limited edition. It came with this little mini palette. I actually did a testing new makeup, which I'll link for you guys, where I tested this and some of these other products, and I like this palette. So this set was $48. You got the little palette, you got this little like glitter thing for your eyes, and then you got this mini mascara. This is the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes Mascara. This is a horrible mascara. I'm decluttering it. Every time I've used this like 3 or 4 times. I've had such horrible mascara transfer like down on my cheeks. It has been so alarming, so I'm decluttering this. In fact, I'm tossing it in the trash can right behind me. This glitter, I forget what they call these. These are the, it doesn't even say on this, but it's a really pretty color. There definitely is quite a bit of fallout, so I didn't use a glitter glue in that video. If you use a glitter glue, I get much better results, obviously. But Pat McGrath is so expensive, I would not spend full price on this or go out and buy like a full-size one. And then as far as the palette is concerned, I do really like this. I think this would be a good one for travel. I'm not bringing this with me to Vegas. I also think you're slightly limited though by what you have, because you don't really have like a transition shade, but I still think the colors in here are beautiful. The shimmers are outstanding, like most Pat McGrath palettes are. I'm not mad that I purchased this, but I don't love it as much as I expected to or wanted to, because it's Pat McGrath. It's more than okay, but it just isn't like outstanding. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the makeup that I was able to use up this last month. So spoiler alert if you were following my 19 and 2019 project pan, but I did finally finish off my First Aid Beauty Bendy Avocado Concealer. I took the stopper out. I've scraped at the sides, even though it doesn't necessarily, like, there's still a slight coating of product. I literally don't get anything out when I try to use this. So this is complete, and this retails for $22. And then I also don't have the lid to this, but this was the Glam Glow Pout Mud like lip balm. It was like a tinted lip balm. This was in the shade Birthday Suit, and I did finish this off as well, and this retails for $24. I finished off a little mini of the Lancome Monsieur Big. The minis retail for $12. And then so I had dropped this and it shattered, and I just finished off the last little bit of this, so I'm counting it as a completed product. This is a Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten blush, and this was in the shade Pink Buttercream. This was a baked product, so this is kind of like a waffle pan, and it looks like there's still product there, but there really isn't. Like, I don't pick anything up on my finger. So I'm counting this as complete. This retailed for $28, bringing me to a total for used up makeup this month of $85.99. Now, if you have not caught any of my other videos, in March I used up $83.85. February I only used up $9.99 worth of product. In January I used $75.80 worth of product up, bringing me to a grand total so far of $255.33. My goal is to use up $1,200 worth of product, so I'm not necessarily like on the best track. However, some of my like higher end foundations and stuff I've been working through and hoping that as we get closer and closer to the end of the year, I'll have some like really good months where I'm using up like a lot of product, or like money's worth of product. So I'm still working on quite a few products, quite a few foundations that are higher end that will bring that total up, but that is where I'm at right now for what I've used up and my totals. So finally, that just brings us to what I ended up purchasing in the month of April. Now, like I said in the introduction, my goal is to spend $125 or less per month. I have allowed myself to like roll money over, so essentially I'm just trying to spend $1,500 or less on makeup this year, which I know still sounds like a lot, but I do YouTube for a hobby and I do like to collect makeup. I like to have a good collection. I like to test new things out still, so I know it still sounds like a lot, but I'm comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with what I was spending in the past years on makeup, so this is like reeling it in quite a bit for me. So I am a VIB Rouge, but I'm waiting till May. I'm gonna wait to shop at the Sephora in Las Vegas in store. May is also my birthday month, so I thought it would just be like a fun treat to myself. I won't have anything for the VIB sale to share with you guys today. I will just do probably a separate haul for that, and then just give you guys my total in the next month's rehab update. But I did have a 20% off Ulta coupon this month, which I ended up taking advantage of, and then I bought a couple other products. So Fenty Beauty came out with their Sun Stalker bronzers this month, and I had to pick these up the day that they launched. I just, first of all, loved the packaging. I thought it was beautiful. And I've really been into Fenty Beauty as a brand overall, so I really wanted to pick these up. I picked mine up in the shade Into Sun, which is the lightest shade, which right now I'm like self-tanning because I'm going on vacation, so I'm usually much fairer, and I feel like this works for me really well when I'm fair. However, at this shade, I feel like I would need to go one shade darker, but I have really been enjoying this bronzer overall. I think it is phenomenal. It is quickly becoming one of my favorites. If you're thinking about this, I would definitely recommend checking these out during the VIB sale. I think they are a phenomenal formula, a phenomenal bronzer. Would highly recommend. So then at Ulta, I was really good. I was gonna buy a ton of stuff, and then I was like, no girl, reel it in. I ended up picking up one of the Joseph Colors lip glosses. I love their lip gloss formula. I picked it up in the shade On Repeat, and I actually haven't even opened this yet, but it's just kind of like a neutral nude shade. Can You Not is my favorite lip gloss shade ever. These are super pigmented glosses. So here it is right here. This one is similar to Can You Not, except for Can You Not's super nude, so this actually isn't that similar, but this is kind of like a nude pink, so I thought this would be a beautiful lip gloss, and I'm really excited about this one. And then I also wanted to test out their lip liners because I've heard really good things about the Joseph Colors lip liners, so I ended up picking up the shade Overdrawn, which I feel like will pair really well with that lip gloss. Again, just like a nice pinky neutral shade. I told myself I wasn't going to buy any mascara this year because I have so much mascara, but I've heard so many people raving about the CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara that I had to pick it up for myself. I'm going to wait a few months till I finish off a couple other mascaras to use this, but I did pick this up, so I wanted to let you guys know that. And then I also gave myself a goal of only purchasing 5 palettes this year, and I purchased another palette, you guys. So this puts me at, is this 3 or 4? I purchased the Riviera, I purchased the Pat McGrath. I swear there's one other one that I purchased. Okay, well maybe I am only, hopefully, at number 3 then. I thought I only had one more palette to buy after this. Okay. I wanted this when it first released, but it sold out immediately. So I was really excited when they restocked, and I did end up picking up the Melt Smoke Sessions palette. Now this is not going to be an everyday wearable palette for me, and I totally understand that and bought that with that understanding, but for some reason this color story just really spoke to me. I think it is so beautiful. I definitely want to do a testing new makeup where I test this out for you guys and do some sort of look. I've been really into lighter green shadows lately. I don't know what it is, but like the green blue theme of this just stole my heart. I'm not even into like marijuana, or like I'm not buying it for like that nostalgia sort of feeling. It just thought that this was a beautiful palette and I had to have it, so I ended up picking this up as well. So mind you, I got 20% off on the things that I picked up at Ulta, but my total spent this month was $112.28, so I did come in under budget this month. And then just to remind you guys of my previous months, March I spent $221, February I spent $43.20. I had a really good February. I know I won't have a good May, but I'm hoping maybe I can have like a good June and July. And then January I spent $93, so my total spent so far is $469.48. And if I like spent $125 every single month, I would have the potential to be at $500. So I'm still coming in under budget by $30.52. But I know in May I'm gonna like go buck wild with the VIB sale, so yikes. That's why I'm hoping for gift cards, because I wouldn't count those as like money out of my pocket. But I'm sure my husband will get me something not even makeup related. Anyway, you guys, that is it for this month's update. Sorry, I know this one was a longer one because I had so much to talk to you guys about for like my rehaul, talking to you guys about how I felt about the products that I got during last month. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you're doing a project or video, if you're doing a project similar to this, definitely leave me links to like your Instagram or your YouTube down below, because I just think it's so much fun to encourage one another to be successful for our low buys, or just, you know, have like someone to vent about it, because sometimes being on a low buy can be tough. I know for me personally, I've only really been doing a low buy in like the makeup category, and lately I've been going a little ham in the clothing department. So I kind of just need to reel it in all over. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. That is going to wrap it up for this update. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you consider doing so before you go. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.